Hello, everybody. In this video, we are going to talk about syntax in linguistics. What is syntax and what does that means? Syntax is the study of sentence structure in a language scope. It is the law of language that determines the word order and basic sentence structure within the different languages. Each language has a specific syntax that tells the speaker and the listener which parts of the sentence come first to help them make sense of what's being said. It is the guidelines we use when speaking and writing so that sentences are understandable and coherent. Syntax also is an essential tool for writers, and understanding it can greatly enhance your appreciation and comprehension of literature. In this presentation, we will explore the importance of learning about syntax and how it can help us become more effective readers and writers. Alright, so first, the development of syntax. Phrase structure rules. Phrase structure rules are the building blocks for understanding how sentences in a language are formed. They tell us how words can be grouped into phrases and how those phrases can be combined to create a complete sentence. Here is an example. This is the most fundamental rule stating that a sentence consists of a noun phrase which is MP followed by a verb phrase which is VP. For example, in this sentence we have the cat sleeps. The cat here stands for the MP, which is the noun phrase. We have first the article, then cat, which is the noun. The second part of the sentence, which is sleeps, stands for the VP, which is the verb phrase. Here we have the tree diagram. In linguistics, a tree diagram is a graphical representation of the structure of a sentence or phrase in a language. It is a visual tool used to illustrate the relationship between different elements of a sentence, such as words, phrases, and clauses. Tree diagrams are commonly used in syntax, which is the study of how words are combined to form grammatical sentences. Tree diagrams are essential tools in linguistic analysis as they provide a visual representation of complex syntactic structures that can aid in understanding how sentences are constructed in different languages. Here is an example. We have this sentence. It refers to a process in which teachers work under supervision. First, we have a sentence which stands for S. Then the S here have two arrows. First, the noun phrase and the verb phrase. First, the noun phrase here is the pronoun, which is it. Then, from starting from refers, this is my verb phrase. From the arrow of the verb phrase, we have to write down another arrow. VP consists of verb, which is refers, then another arrow, which is the preposition to. From the verb phrase here, we're gonna write down another arrow, the noun phrase starting from the article a, then the noun process. Then here we have a subordinator, which is in which. So we're gonna write down another arrow, adjectival clause, starting from the subordinator in which, then the noun here, teachers, then starting from work under supervision, here we have work, which is verb, so we have here another verb phrase, starting from the verb, which is work, and the preposition under supervision. The second point in the development of syntax is the transformational grammar. Transformational grammar builds upon the foundation of phrase structure rules by adding another layer of analysis, which is the transformations. Transformations are like editing rules that operate on these deep structures, manipulating them to create the final surface structures we see in sentences. Here we have the first example, passive and active question. Changes the relationship between subject and object, like here in the sentence. The boy throws the ball, becomes the ball is thrown by the boy. Here, the deep structure of the indirect is the direct. Like the ball is thrown by the boy, here is the indirect. Then the boy throws the ball, here is the direct. So after I put the sentence in deep structure on the tree diagram, I cancel it, then put the surface structure to help me to write the tree diagram in an easy way. The second example is the deep structure vs surface structure. Deep structure represents the underlying meaning of a sentence, while the surface structure is the actual word order we see and hear. Transformations bridge the gap between these two. The third point in the development of syntax is the systemic functional. Systemic functional linguistics takes a different approach to syntax compared to phrase structure rules and transformational grammar. We have one example, which is the transitivity system. It looks at how clauses represent processes, focusing on who does what to whom. So, last but not least, multimodality. Multimodality in syntax is a relatively new concept that challenges the traditional focus on modes like visuals, sounds, and gestures to create meaning written or spoken language alone. It explores how syntax, the way we structure sentences, interacts with the other communication. So here are sentence types by structure. We have three types of sentences. Let's see together the types of sentences in syntax. First, we have simple sentence. It has one subject, one verb, which means that we have only one independent clause. Example, Grace opened the door. Grace here didn't do anything except that she opened the door. So we have only one complete thought. Second, we have the compound sentence. Compound sentence contains two or more independent clauses joined together by coordinating conjunction. What is the coordinating conjunction here is the fanboys. The fanboys here help us to know and notice that we have a compound sentence. Fanboys here means for and nor, but, or, yet, and so. Example, Grace opened the door and she looked outside. Here we have opened and looked. So that means that we have two completed thoughts. Third, we have the complex sentence. The complex sentence contains of independent clause plus the dependent clause. The independent clause here, which is the completed thought, plus the not completed thought, which is the dependent clause. Example, when he won the award, everyone cheered. Here we have the dependent clause, which is he won the award. This sentence can stand alone, plus everyone cheered. Here the dependent clause, which is the another sentence that can't stand alone. We have a tip to help us know that this is a complex sentence by finding out the subordinating conjunctions like after, although, since, even if, as soon as, in case, and so on and so forth in the sentence. So we notice that we have a complex sentence. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that you understand the topic that we have discussed together today.